Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're going to grab some canned sardines, truly one of the best pantry staples from the Mediterranean kitchen, because they're heart healthy and packed with so many nutrients and create a super delicious recipe. We're talking Spanish-style sardines with garlic rice. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with layer upon layer of so many great flavors. It's easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed, and the best part, done in a little over 20 minutes. Folks, serve this dish next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine, you gotta have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, David Machado and Tommy Williams. Again guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna heat a saucepan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes a difference. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to thinly slice 6 cloves of garlic. And like I've told you in the past, if you prefer, you can chop the ingredients before heating the pan. Then we'll add the sliced garlic into the saucepan. And we'll mix it around continuously, that way it all evenly sautés. After 1 to 2 minutes, and the garlic is nice and fragrant, and it's lightly browned, you don't want to brown it too much, otherwise you can get a bitter flavor. I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of vegetable broth, which is 360 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly to use water. Then we'll season with a kiss of sea salt, and turn it up to a high heat, and give it a gentle mix. While the broth is heating, let's start prepping the rice. I'm going to measure out half a cup of rice, which is 95 grams. I'm using Spanish short grain rice, which is the one that's used to make paella, very similar to arborio. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way you get your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times right on the money. Once the broth comes to a boil in the saucepan, we'll add in the rice. And we'll give it a mix. That way everything's evenly distributed. Then we'll place the lid on the saucepan and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 18 minutes or until the rice is just cooked through. Once again, make sure to check the package instructions in the rice you're using. That way you get your cooking times right on the money. In the meantime, let's start prepping the Spanish-style sardines. I'm going to start by gently draining 2 cans of sardines in olive oil into a fine sieve with a bowl underneath. Size of the cans that I'm using are 4.5 ounces, which is 120 grams each. Leave where you get the Spanish sardines I'm using in the description box below. Then we'll heat a large fry pan with a medium heat. And add 3 tablespoons of olive oil from the canned sardines, which is 45 milliliters. You can also use regular olive oil here if you like. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 medium-sized onion and roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic. And once again, if you prefer, you can chop the ingredients before heating the pan. Then we'll add the chopped onion and garlic into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix the ingredients around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And once again, make sure to mix this continuously, that way everything evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes, and the onion and garlic are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar, which is 15 milliliters. You can also use red wine vinegar here, or even apple cider vinegar. We'll also add in half a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams. And a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, which is a little over half a gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. And I tell you, by adding in the vinegar with the spices right now and lightly sauteing the ingredients, it's going to make them nice and fragrant, which gives this dish a beautiful lift of flavors. Then we'll add in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, which is 425 grams. This is similar to passata. We'll also add in 2 tablespoons of vegetable broth, which is 30 milliliters. And season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. No need to add sugar here to cut the acid from the tomatoes, as that paprika gives it the perfect balance. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll gently add in the sardines over the tomato sauce. You want to make sure they're all in a single layer. And then we'll gently flip each one, that way they're fully coated in all that goodness. And then we'll lower the fire to a low heat and let this simmer, that way all the flavors can develop. In the meantime, let's move back to the rice. After simmering it for about 18 minutes, which in my case is just cooked through, it is ready to go. I'm going to remove the saucepan from the heat. Add in 2 tablespoons of chopped chives over the rice, which is 5 grams. And then using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is not only going to help separate the grains, but it's also going to ensure that everything's well mixed together. To assemble our dish, we'll add in some of the garlic rice into a serving plate. And then we'll grab our simmering tomato sauce with sardines and add some next to the rice. And we'll top it off with some chopped parsley. Check it out, our Spanish-style sardines with garlic rice is done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in a little over 20 minutes using the most basic pantry staples. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Check it out, folks. Sardinas en salsa de tomate con arroz al ajillo. This looks absolutely insane. Here we go. Check this out. This right here is truly food for the soul. What the Mediterranean kitchen's all about. The sardines are so good. These kind of melt in your mouth. So important to use the good stuff here. That tomato sauce taking the sardines to the next level. And of course the rice rounds out for the perfect balance. Easy to make, super heart healthy. Give it a try at home. Once again, next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine, more specifically from the beautiful region of Alicante, you can have yourself a fabulous meal. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.